Hello and welcome back to Vampyr. My name is Emma and this is Once Upon a Quest, my casual Let's Play gaming channel. We're playing Vampyr and in this episode we're going to the West End. We're going to try and infiltrate the Ascalon Club and rub shoulders with all of the elite vampires, including Lord Redgrave, and yeah, just meet some people in the West End and see if we can get into the Ascalon Club's good books, see if they can help us defeat this plague that's currently happening. So yeah, let's go. We're outside Lady Ashbury's fancy mansion. Her fancy mansion where we sat down and had pretended to have tea with her because we can't drink tea because we're vampires. But yeah, we talked to her and she kind of filled us in about what's going on and basically said that the vampire hunters are having this great hunt which happened, like, I think the last time it happened was 75 years ago, and before that it was like, I don't know, maybe 100 years before that, and everyone's terrified of them because when a great hunt happens, basically we're all fucked. Who the hell is that? Who the hell? A rogue Volkod? Why does he look like he's not fighting the vampire hunters? I was trying to get this barrel, but I forgot how this game works. Oh. Okay, because they are fighting each other. Because they weren't a second ago. Yeah, they were just standing there and not fighting each other, but jeez. Okay, so there's a lot going on here in the West End. There's a lot going on in London right now. There's a great hunt happening and all the vampires are pretty much kind of screwed, so they seem to be trying to rise up against it. But Lady Ashbury basically said that the Ascalon Club weren't interested in fighting the vampire hunters because essentially the vampires were planning on just fleeing. Which is kind of scary. But I mean, walking around it seems like they're putting up a pretty good fight. So, I don't really know what's going on. The theater! Oh, we can go to the theater! Ooh. Oh my god. See, everyone's fighting each other. Pre-win Chaplain. Fuck you, man! Ow! No.
Shit, that leech is fast!
Yes, I am fast. Just getting back into the swing of things here. Whoa, there's so many people on the streets. So many. Who are these? Are these vampires? Okay, one of them is a vampire. Damn it. Pressing the wrong button. Whoa, don't fight me! Don't fight me! I'm a vampire like you! Come on! Why does nobody want to be my friend? I just want other vampires to be friends with me, that's all. Ew, stop doing that. And they all have swords, all the vampires. Okay, you stop doing that. That's really annoying. Stop it. I just want these other vampires to talk to me and be my friend, but they all just attack me on sight. Like, come on. We could team up against the vampire hunters instead of trying to fight each other, you know? Basic stuff. So there's definitely something ramping up. But I'm not sure. What's the idea? Is the mysterious creature that created me in the first place, like, are they creating an army? I presume maybe they're trying to create some sort of vampire army to take over. You know, maybe in retaliation to the Great Hunt, or maybe the Great Hunt of the vampire hunters hunting us is happening because of what's going on in the vampire world. I don't know. Look at this cool red car though. You definitely know you're in the posh side of town. You definitely know where you are. Okay, I've completely kind of forgot where I was going. Someone's dying. Who is that? Oh, large beast. Ill-formed dazzle skull. So we met an ill-formed dazzle skull, or an ill-formed skull last episode, and it exploded when it died. And yes, we did find that out the hard way when... Did they say you killed her?
Recognize you?
No, this one ain't on our list.
Well, that's one less anyway. Make the colour map.
They're looking for a specific vampire.
That was the vampire I saw earlier. This war takes no prisoners.
Okay, yeah. So we saw a vampire coming out of a house and picking up a woman and going off. So I presume that he murdered that woman, and now they're trying to find the culprit, I guess. God. This screaming just has to stop now. Stop that screaming. Where are you? Where is that awful screaming?
It's locked.
Okay, we can't go in there anyway. Oh my god, she's so loud. Stop it. Oh, I love all the bright lights. Coleman's and
The West
Coleman and
End.
Sons.
Never have I felt so sad to be back home.
Yeah, this is where I'm from because I'm posh. I'm posh and rich. And my mother, I'm pretty sure, had a butler. What does that say? Tobaccos. And I can see somebody down there. I think it's a vampire hunter. Yeah, it is. Vampire hunter's down there. Oh, we can jump up here. I love getting the high ground in this game. Teleporting is just like, I don't know. It's just fun. It makes you feel like you're skulking around in the shadows. Oh, we can go this way. Oh, she's level 29. Holy fuck. No! I cannot see anything. What is going on? No, I'm trying to get her. There we go. Now I need to get some of your blood, please. There we go. Ooh, so she was level 29 and this one was level 27. So things are definitely more challenging over here. Because I was feeling pretty powerful at level 25. I'm just saying. Oh, this person in this house. A new hideout? Where's the hideout?
Blood.
Go around the other side, because it looks like there's a hideout in this building, but maybe I can't get in from... Oh, I can. I'm so dumb. Reed's mansion. Oh, this is my house. This is my old house. Ooh. So is this my old room? Oh. This is my old room. And who's trying to talk to me? Oh, is this our butler? Hello, hello, hello.
Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan,
Avery.
I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, you have come back too late, sir. Far too late.
I know, Avery. I know about Mary and my mother.
I'm so sorry. It was my duty to watch over her. She left the house in the middle of the night. The police said...
It's all right, Avery.
The police said her body was found near your sister's grave in Whitechapel. You're the master of the house now. I'd understand if you fired me, sir.
Oh. Oh, it's not your fault. It's my fault, really. About Mary's funeral.
I'm sorry I could not be here for Mary's funeral.
Your mother was strong, sir, but your support would have been appreciated. Apart from the priest and I, no one else attended your sister's funeral.
To be present at the funeral with you both was my dearest wish, Avery. But I am sorry, I simply could not attend.
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr. Jonathan. All I can say is that we missed you a great deal during these difficult days.
Oh, but I was there. Oh, he's sick.
What are the
heal him.
arrangements for my mother's funeral?
There will be no funeral, sir. No ceremony whatsoever.
Too dangerous?
Because of the sanitary situation.
Yeah.
Where is her body then?
I'm afraid your mother's body was moved to a mass grave somewhere. I have no other information. Civil service is paralyzed, sir. London is crumbling down.
Yikes.
What is the situation in this part of town?
Yeah.
For a time, the West End seemed
Not good,
spared
is
by
it?
the epidemic. But the situation is getting much worse.
Have you no relatives anywhere? I'll understand if you want to take a few days to see family.
Your father managed to guarantee my earnings as long as I take care of this house, sir. My sisters are dead, and I've never met my nephews. I'll stay, sir.
Okay.
How was
Good
life
to have
in
you,
this
Avery.
house while I was away?
It was sad, sir. Miss Mary moved here in July after she lost her baby and husband. So I stayed to serve both her and your mother.
How was Mary?
Miss Mary went out looking for you every night after you had written to say that you were coming back. She was sure you were alive. She'll never know she was right.
Oh. She knows.
How was my mother?
Miss Reed was very frail. After Miss Mary was found dead, your mother started talking to herself. She said she was speaking to the dead. She even said that she had seen you.
Oh. But we didn't see my mother since... We didn't see my mother until... Well... Unless she saw me at the funeral. Wow. Oh, Avery. Now you're all alone. Leave if you could. Huh? I don't want him to leave. Or is it just a question?
Tell me the truth, Avery. Do you feel forced to stay here? Would you leave this house without the arrangement made by my father?
No, sir. I have nowhere else to go. And I promised your father I'd take care of his family as long as I live.
This house is dead, Avery. There is a curse on this family. You really should consider leaving.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often. Maybe this house would not be that empty. But you're here now, sir. So my task is not over.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably going to end up dead at some point, right? Like, someone's probably going to eat him.
You have served this family extremely well, Avery. Your support during these terrible times is much appreciated.
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic. No mass grave, please, sir.
Well, how can you ask that for yourself when my mother's body's thrown into a mass grave?
Do you really think I neglected my mother, Avery?
Yes.
I see. Well, please go on. Speak freely. It's not as if there is anything left to treasure in this house.
Just like your father. You always had this capacity to focus only on what interests you. It surely helped you become a great doctor, but not such a great son.
Yeah, I can see that. You get lost in your passions or your work. Sometimes you forget your other responsibilities and stuff.
Thank you, Avery. We'll talk later.
Your
Oh,
bedroom
Avery.
is ready as always.
I
Good
really
night,
hope
sir.
you don't get eaten by a vampire or killed by a vampire hunter. Wow, so this is where I used to live. How fancy. Is this your room? Can I come in your room? Can I come in your room? Can I come in your room? No. Fine then. I'll just go explore. Wow. It's so cool. God, they must be so rich. Is that an easel? Oh, did one of us paint? And we also found a small key in my bedroom, so I wonder what that opens. Oh, well, probably, yes, this room. Cool, so whose office is this? I see a note or a letter. Aubrey reads first letter. Who's Aubrey? Is Aubrey my father? Aubrey's my father, okay. Reed Mansion, 4th of April 1908. My dear and beloved John, when you receive this letter, you will be 35 and I'll be long gone. I feel a little silly writing you this first letter that you won't read for a few years. I struggled for a long time about how best to write you this, until I remembered the puzzle and riddles I invented for you when you were a boy. Oh, how you love to solve these enigmas. Well, I found it would be a good idea to propose to you one final game. It will probably be less rewarding. No candies or exotic treasures for you if you decipher the game this time. But a greater treasure perhaps, the truth. This is my only attempt for you to explain why I chose to leave my family without an explanation. If you want to know why, simply play my little game. It's really up to you, my son. Rest assured that I love you. What is my father up to? I promised my family was and still is everything to me. I remember the first time I held you and your sister in my arms, my treasures, my jewels. To see you grow up and play and laugh filled my heart with joy every time I went back to our home. I could have killed to protect you, my son, my daughter, my wife. But fate found me in the end, and I had to make a tough decision. The worst was to disappear without a word. I decided to do it anyway, and soon I'll be gone for good. I don't ask for forgiveness, but for understanding. If you want to know more, all you have to do is remember how happy we were back in those days. If you want to find the next message, think green grass and tall trees on sunny Sundays. From your affectionate father, Aubrey Reed.
I remember Sunday walks in the park.
What was my father up to? I wonder... So he had to leave without telling us. I wonder, does he have something to do with the vampire hunters and the Great Hunt or something like that? You know, he's got to tie into what's happening now. So 1908, he wrote that letter 1908. That was 10 years ago in the game. So 10 years ago. What was going on? What was going on, I wonder? And then, so because I'm a doctor, I was a blood transfusion specialist. So was my father a doctor as well? Or was he something totally else? I don't know. So many fancy furniture. Oh my god, look at all the swords. That's cool. Oh, there's so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jesus. Plenty of swords to be getting on with. And... ooh, I see piano. I see... oh, you know what? I think my house is actually better than Lady Ashbury's house. It feels like it's way bigger. And I don't remember her having a grand piano, but I have a grand piano. What else do we have? I mean, the fires are lit. Good man Avery, keeping the fires lit and the house warm. I'm really, really curious to find out what my father was up to. Who the hell just said good evening in that really creepy voice? Who's Avery talking to? Who are you talking to, Avery?
Who could have done such an evil thing? Poor Miss Reed.
There's some guy in the next room. Or is that outside? Okay, hang on. Before I forget, I just want to cure you of your cold.
Yes, sir.
Do you need medical attention, Avery?
I won't refuse, sir. I don't feel that good these days.
Okay, here you go.
Here is your prescription. You'll feel better soon enough.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Avery. We'll talk later.
Your bedroom is ready as always. Good night, sir.
Oh, thank you. Okay, have I explored
Who could
everywhere
have
I
done
can? Okay,
such an
let's
evil
head out this way and then see if I can find that guy in the top hat.
The Ascalon Club.
Oh,
The heart of British vampire society.
Charlotte
Not
Ashbury.
quite as subtle as I expected.
That's Lady Ashbury's daughter. Oh, there's the guy in the top hat. Hang on. This is who I want to talk to. Who are you?
Good evening, sir.
You're very fancy
Please
looking.
forgive me for disturbing you. I'm a doctor.
I never judge a man by his title, but by his attitude. And you are not disturbing me at all. I am Calhoun Russell, and I welcome you.
Well, I must admit it's good
Calhoun
to receive a warm
Russell.
welcome for once. I'm Jonathan Reed.
Welcome, Dr. Reed. Welcome to my humble shop.
Why did I hesitate when I said I'm Dr. Reed? I said I'm Jonathan Reed. So, okay, so we can trade with him.
Do you have any family nearby?
Not since my parents died. I'm London's lone gourmet.
London's Lone Gourmet.
London's
Huh?
Lone Gourmet. What a strange title.
I used that name in my early years when I was a food critic, and I
Oh.
kept it.
He's a food critic.
Really? But you seem to be such a pleasant and sociable fellow.
I'm afraid the real hedonist has to be sometimes. I discovered ecstasy as a solitary pleasure, but it does not mean it can't ever be shared.
Okay. Tell me about the neighborhood. Any interesting news? Yeah, it is a late hour
Is
to
it
be
not
open.
a little too late to be trading?
On the contrary, it is the perfect hour. Believe me, my friend, it is always at night that you meet the most fascinating characters.
True.
But what about the epidemic? The bombs and raids?
There's certainly plenty of
And all the
vampires around at
random
night.
violence?
Please, sir, this is London, England. We will prevail. And if a bomb must fall on my shop, then I'll be there to hear it falling.
Okay.
So you prefer to work at night?
Oh, I also enjoy a sunny day like everybody else. But the night always has a certain je ne sais quoi of its own.
Okay. I mean, alright. Tell me about the neighborhood.
How is the situation in this part of town?
Life is good and peaceful. We're lucky to live in such an era of progress and wonders.
Are you not concerned about the epidemic?
Oh, I'm sure the authorities would take the appropriate measure if the danger were that high.
It's false. Don't be naive. Are you that blind? Are you that blind?
Are you that blind? I've seen hundreds of victims piled up in this city each week.
Mr. Reed, please. Why are you so angry? I did not mean anything by it.
Oh no, we lost a hint? Oh,
What
no.
can you tell me about this place?
I recently found the best steak and kidney pie in the city. I'd be glad to share the address if you want.
I must confess, I have quite specific tastes
Yeah,
when
I
it comes
do.
to nutrition.
Really? Well, I'm always happy to try new exotic meals. If you ever find an intriguing table, please share the address.
Oh boy. Okay.
Finding a good restaurant
How about
Is that really all
a really,
that
really
interests
rare
you?
steak?
Oh, I have many passions, but nothing brings me ecstasy like subtle and exquisite flavors from my teeth to my belly.
From my teeth to my belly. He talks so weird. Okay, so, and we failed a hint for him, which is a bit annoying. I can cure
Do you
him.
need medical help?
You would save my life, Dr. Reed. I have not felt so bad in many years.
Okay, here you go.
Don't worry. There is nothing serious to fear. I have seen far worse, I can assure you.
I cannot imagine the pain these people must face then. You have my gratitude, Doctor. This disease has ruined my appetite.
What is he talking about though? When he's like, I don't know, he's just really weird. The way he's describing food, I don't know if it's just like his way of talking about food or if there's more to it and that like maybe he's like a monster as well. I don't know.
I may have a look at your goods, Mr. Russell.
Oh wow. Okay, he sells good handle parts, good trigger parts. Because we could upgrade our weapon, I think, if we have... Oh, who is this?
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Hello?
Good evening, sir. May I have your attention, please?
Come on, Johnny. Don't you recognize your oldest friend?
Clarence. Clarence Crossley.
Clarence?
How are you? My God. So you survived the war too. So sorry I didn't recognize you at first.
I almost didn't recognize you either. War does that to men, I heard. In my case, it was true, for I witnessed the horror that lies underneath.
My old friend, Clarence. Oh, he's sick as well. Oh, I can cure you.
Do you need medical assistance, Clarence?
It's a little late for visiting hours, don't you think?
Just take the medicine,
What can I
Clarence.
say?
What are you talking
I haven't
about?
lost my old habits.
I hope we're talking
Visiting
about the same
hours. He's
habits,
walking
old
around in the
friend.
middle of the night on the street. It's hardly visiting hours. Okay. Oh, how's your wife?
How is your wife, Venus?
We've spent so much time away from each other, and so many things have happened.
But you're alive.
But you're alive. You returned in one piece and you have a family. How many soldiers can say the same?
Believe me, it's not quite that simple. Unlike you, I'm not the man I used to be.
Neither
Is
am I.
everything all right at home? Surely Venus was relieved to see you return from
Venus.
France in one piece.
Have you forgot what people are like in this part of town, Johnny? Venus fears for our family reputation. Now her husband has become the village idiot.
Oh. What else can we talk to you about? Oh, when did you return?
When did you escape the war and return to London?
You know what's funny? I almost never think about the war. Not anymore. I'm involved in another kind of battle now.
Yeah, what is
What is this new battle?
against
I saw
vampires?
terrible things during the war. Horrors I thought I'd forget. They're here too. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Vampires.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
I know what you mean. I haven't had much time to think about the war either since my return.
Of course. With the epidemic, I bet you've been busy as well. Forgive me, Johnny, I didn't want to sound selfish.
Okay, don't worry about it. Can I ask him anything else? No, I need more hints. So I wonder, is he joining the pre-win vampire hunters then? Or is he just kind of like going door to door just warning
You need
people?
some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
I mean, he doesn't look like a vampire hunter, so maybe he's just kind of like spreading the word. You know? Just knocking on doors and telling people to be careful. I think I have enough parts now. So I just want to see, so I can upgrade my two-handed weapon, which I've been enjoying using, or I can maybe upgrade the sword. So let's have a look. So this is my main weapon at the moment. Remarkable Mace. It's 248 damage. What do I need to get it to level 5? Oh yeah. Oh my god. I can upgrade it to level 5 right now and it would do 374 damage. Whoa. I think I'll just upgrade this because that's a huge jump in damage from 248 damage to 374. That's crazy. Let's do it. And then I just need more components before I can upgrade this. Okay, so I upgraded my weapon. And now I want to talk to you.
Women's right to vote is only the first step.
Charlotte.
Good evening, miss.
Oh my god, no. Please, Mr. Vampire, don't kill me. Please, no. I'm too young to die. I still have so much to offer this world.
Wait, no. Why do you think I would...
She sounds like she's just acting.
What?
Don't worry, Dr. Reed. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury. My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young Econs. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte.
I've already read your diary, Charlotte, by the way. Last episode, we found your diary at your mom's house, and I read it. Okay, about your mother's refusal to turn you.
Your mother has refused to turn you into a vampire. Tell me more about it.
Each time we argue, Mother expresses the same fear. She wants me to remain alive and full of joy, rather than become melancholy and immortal.
I wonder,
She claims you can't have one without the other.
could I turn her?
It's pure selfishness.
Do you think she would ask me to turn her? Don't you trust her? It's her choice.
Your mother has walked this earth for much longer than you or I. She is wise, and we should not ignore her advice when we disagree with it.
But why shouldn't I be allowed to forge my own experience? There can't be only one righteous way to deal with eternity.
Well, she doesn't want to do it.
It's your mother's choice. As daughters and sons, we have to accept the decisions our parents make for us despite our own wishes.
I love my mother and have accepted everything from her. Even that she named me Charlotte when it was not my original name.
Does it bother you?
Oh,
No.
she changed her name?
Whoever I was when I was born, I am now Charlotte Ashbury. It hurts as much as it makes me proud to know that's the name my mother will read on my tombstone.
She changed her name? So, what does that mean? She was adopted and then she changed her name? I wonder... Oh my god, okay. Did Lady Ashbury kill this girl's original parent or something like that? And then she felt guilty and adopted her and then changed her name to Charlotte. Is that what happened? Could be. I don't know. I love to speculate. Okay, tell me about the neighborhood, what you do around here. Actually, about your adoption.
Tell me about your adoption.
What do you want to know?
Who are your real parents? How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
First, I was an orphan in the institution for girls she manages in the West End.
Oh,
When I
okay.
was 10, she adopted me, and I have lived with her ever since.
Did you know
You
she
were
was a
10.
vampire when she picked you?
The correct word is Econ, Doctor. And no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me everything when I turned 16, though I suspected the truth for a long time before that.
Well, that's a bit crazy that she changed her name when she was 10. Like, if you're 10, you're pretty used to your name as a child, and then you get adopted and they're like, I'm gonna call you Charlotte from now on, child. And you're like, I've been, this other name since my whole life. Why? I wonder why.
Who are your real parents?
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother. She raised me and has taken care of me all my life. I have no idea who my progenitors are or were.
Do you live with her?
I
Progenitors.
still spend a lot of time in my mother's mansion, but I have my own house now. I have a life to live, you see. And
Yes.
one day, I'll have my death to face.
Yes, I did know that you live in your own house because I read that in your diary earlier. What do you do around here?
What are you doing out here?
You mean, what do I do outside at night since I am a woman? Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you ask the same question of a man?
Actually, yes.
In these times,
I ask the
there's
same
vampires
question
everywhere.
to everyone who dares to go outside at night, considering the risks.
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women. Why should I wait to the age of 30 years when men can vote at 21?
Yeah. She's completely right. Are you suffragette?
Are you a suffragette, then? Oh, you really are Elizabeth's girl. Without a doubt.
All adult women have the right to vote in the US, in New Zealand, and in Australia. But women here can't vote unless they are property owners.
No need to convince me, Miss Charlotte. I have shared your opinion for a long time. Even before I met Emmeline Pankhurst.
Really? Oh. Now I see why my mother appreciates you so much. Too bad there aren't more men like you in the vicinity.
How are the locals?
How are the locals reacting to your claims?
People here can't wait for a wall to be built to isolate the West End from the rest of town. That's how progressive they are. If this happens, Emily and I will blow it up.
Explosives are very dangerous, young lady. And who is this Emily?
She is my best friend, and a suffragette too. She was supposed to campaign with me tonight, but hasn't turned up.
Have you any reason to be worried about her?
Recently, Emily started to believe in... well, she got interested in vampires.
Oh no.
I'm afraid she might be in trouble.
Let me guess. You spoke to her about us, didn't you? Despite your mother's warning. I think I should try to find your friend.
Oh, that would be top-notch. I can tell you where she might have gone. You have my thanks, Dr. Reed. And please, don't tell my mother.
Okay, so we can go find Emily, who's interested in vampires, which makes me think maybe we're going to find her in the Ascalon Club or something. Or else she's just going to be dead. What? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. What do you know about me?
What exactly has your mother told you about me?
Your name and profession, obviously. And the mystery about your maker. I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your sister, sir. Mother says it was not your fault.
Does it not scare you to know what I am? What your mother is?
Why should it? My mother is the most compassionate woman. Must I be wary of her, Dr. Reed? Or you?
No. I mean, maybe. No.
Of course.
I won't eat her.
You have nothing to fear from me, or your mother.
Good to know. And don't worry, my mother told me everything I need to know about vampire tricks, their nature as well as features.
Your mother is not like any other vampire I've met.
I believe she thinks the same about you, Dr. Reed.
Oh, well, she's worth a lot of XP though. Tell me about the neighborhood.
What do you think about this part of town?
I was raised here, and I suppose it feels like home. You grew up in this part of town too, did you not?
Yes, that's my big house just over there.
Yes, I was born a few streets away.
A small world, is it not? Did you ever imagine that my mother was your neighbor all that time? That you could have met her in a dark alley at night?
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashbury never hunts or attacks prey at random.
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility. Her fangs on your neck. Oh, are you blushing, Dr. Reed?
Ooh, yes.
Is there something that's bothering you?
Too much selfishness and individualism for my taste. Even when there was no epidemic.
Even if that's partly true, may I remind you that many charitable institutions are financed by the selfish and filthy rich.
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and renew itself, or we are all done for.
Okay, is there anything else we can ask her about? Oh, yes. Why did she
Do you know
adopt you?
why Lady Ashbury chose you to become her daughter?
No, I don't. Each time I ask her that question, she smiles and says it's precisely because I dare to ask such questions.
Do you ever regret that she chose you?
Of course not. Though I often wonder if she adopted others before me. If so, where are they buried? How was it for them to pass through life with a never-aging mother?
And And how, or why do you wish to become a vampire?
Why do you still hope to become a vampire, in spite of your mother's refusal?
It's the immortal aspect of vampires that interests me. The world won't improve unless women take charge. I'm convinced of that.
You're obviously a clever woman with a good education and a brilliant future. But have you thought about the price you'd have to pay? The loneliness, the necessary masquerade.
Is it not true of every high position? To change this world and make it a better place, one needs time on one's side.
Yeah, I mean, I understand her point. But that's the thing, there's other vampires that could turn her. So that's what I'm wondering is she going to ask someone else to turn her?
Tell me, Charlotte, how do you plan to achieve eternal life, since you've obviously given it a lot of thought?
I won't give up. You have no idea how determined I am, sir. I may contract a deadly disease. I may throw myself under a carriage just to be saved by her sweet kiss.
That's a disturbing answer, young
She's
lady.
going to make her do it.
And the worst part of it is,
But she
I
doesn't
know
want
you
to.
speak the truth.
There are less dangerous ways, Doctor. Instead of throwing myself under a horse like Emily Davison, I could just throw myself into your arms.
I knew it. I knew she was going to ask me. Stop playing this game. Never be very careful. Be very careful. Stop playing this game. I mean, I could turn her.
Be careful what you wish for, young lady. I could gaze at you right now and then take you to a shady corner and have my way with you. And leave your carcass to the rats.
You wouldn't dare. My mother would know. She'd never forgive you.
How could she suspect me? Do you know how many vampires are lurking in the city tonight as we speak? Vampires with a worse sense of humor than mine.
Oh, my God. For one second, I thought you actually... Excellent, Dr. Reed. Very convincing.
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
Still don't really understand how to turn someone into a vampire. Because we thought it was that they had to drink your blood. Like, you have to drink a vampire's blood and then die to turn into one. But when we killed Mary at the beginning of the game, we just drank her blood. We just killed her. She didn't, but she turned into a vampire and she didn't drink my blood. So I'm still a bit confused as to how that actually works. If I knew how, I wouldn't mind turning her into a vampire. Why not? Okay, so, jeez. Right, where are we going? Let's go in the Ascalon Club. Okay. Let's go into the Ascalon Club. Lord Redgrave's manor, I presume. Lord Redgrave.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
There's bodies all over the place. Vampire hunter bodies. Well, hello. We're in the Ascalon Club.
There has been quite a battle here.
Yeah.
I'm sure the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the furniture.
So I guess the vampire hunters know where the Ascalon Club is and know that Lord Redgrave is a vampire. So they do have intelligence about who the vampires are in the area. Gonna have a quick little look around here. Oh, they have a piano too. Anything else we can rob? Oh, what's that? A new collectible. History and purpose of the Ascalon Club. The Ascalon Club is an association of gentlemen secretly aiming for the protection of the Crown's interests. I founded it in 1837 to honour and perpetuate the legacy of my maker, William Marshall, the first Earl of Pembroke and true protector of England. All the members of the club must be of good extraction and flawless moral fibre, since the club accepts mortal members. Oh yeah, it does, I forgot about that. Who will be duly observed and valued as proper candidates for immortality. The goal of the club is to impose respectable traditions and behaviours amongst the good vampire society, but also to promote and expand the imperial hegemony of England. We are the true elite of British society. We are Ascalon, the holy lance held by St. George's, protector of England, when the saint slew the dragon. As lance bearers ourselves, we vow to defend the empire's interests. So he founded in 1837. Yeah, that was a long time ago. So they think they're the elite. They're the elite of British society. That's why they're so snobby. Okay, so we're pretty lucky we're even allowed in here. We even got summoned. Because they don't let just, anybody in. Who are these very serious looking people in these pictures? I'm a very serious looking person. Right, Lord Redgrave, are you here? Lord Redgrave? I hope he doesn't mind me just snooping around his house before I find the right room. He's taking all of your stuff. Ooh. Ooh. Key to the basement. Ooh, I wonder what's down in the basement. They're just leaving the keys lying around the place. There's always something scary in the basement in these types of places. Oh, it's through these curtains. Oh. That's him. Oh, there's loads of people here.
Good evening. We repel the intruders for now.
Good evening.
My good friends, if I may have your attention.
The man
Behold
himself?
our visitor, the good Dr. Reed. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bancher was no match for him.
Here, here.
Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reed.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
She has proven useful.
She has proved to be helpful on many occasions.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is a mortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak
Sure.
of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Why now? Why me? Why suddenly so friendly?
Why are you suddenly so friendly? The last time I met one of yours, he tried to kill me.
Yeah.
Are you referring to Fergal?
Yeah.
He was the most useful of servants, but he was just a servant. You, on the other hand, Doctor, proved yourself much more worthy.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End? Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon, who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Yeah, I have questions first.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
But Lady
Please ask.
Lady Ashbury recommended me to get in with them, join them, and then work on finding the cure for the plague. So I think we're probably going to join them. I killed one of yours. Oh, they don't care about Fergal though. He was just a servant. He said, what does membership imply? What's the club's purpose? Yeah, what does membership imply?
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the Crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Okay, am I supposed to obey?
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members, and I do appreciate obedience.
He appreciates obedience.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
So, I'm interested because the way he described the Skull Plague, and he wants me to find out the origins of the Skull Plague. So it just seems to me that there's definitely some, like, these are the elite vampires or whatever, and then there's some other entity or force that's creating all of these skulls, and so the Ascalon Club want to stop them because they're a threat to the elite of British society and politicians and all that kind of stuff. But it sounds like they have no idea who's creating the skulls then, which I thought that they would be, I don't know, I thought they would know about that.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
What does Ascalon mean?
What's it mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious
Oh.
patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
Okay.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the East End of all skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
Okay.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not, nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country.
Okay. What does this
My
involve?
fellow members, dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
They're so intimidating.
Well, speak, Dr. Reed, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall. Speak now.
Oh. Yes,
Will
I'm
you
worthy.
serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes.
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood.
Okay.
It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation.
I mean, you know, what if we got to lose? Really? Is he gonna make me go and kill all the nice skulls that I met? You know, the ones that are looking after Harriet Jones? He might. He might ask me to go and finish what Fergal started and eradicate all of the nice underground sewer skulls.
Delightful.
Ew. Did he just lick the pen? Ew. Delightful.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
Huzzah, huzzah! One of us! One of us! Hooray! Hurrah! Hurrah! Yes, chum. Chum. Do I get a drink at some point? Do I get a drink? What are you drinking? Blood. I want blood. Give me a drink.
I personally went patrolling last night in the West End, and I spotted at least 2 foreign Ekons. This is an outrage.
Foreign
We shall
Ekons.
chase these intruders down.
I was chased by a gigantic Valcod 2 nights ago. I thought it was Fergal coming back, but no. That creature barely spoke English.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my god, this is so... this is just... It's too English, isn't it? Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna walk over it. Oh, it's very British. Okay. Alright. I think we're gonna end the episode there, and next time we'll pick up getting to know, maybe chatting to the other members of the Ascalon Club, and we have to talk to Lord Redgrave a little bit more and see what he wants us to actually do. But yeah, we did it. We came to Lord Redgrave's mansion. We joined the club, found out a little bit more about them. They're very intimidating. They're very secretive and yeah, very, very British traditionalist. Yeah, so this is going to be interesting. But in order to solve the plague, Lady Ashbury was pretty adamant that we needed to join them and get them on side and yeah, try and find out what's going on with this. So I'll be interested to see what is expected of me now and yeah, what it's going to be like. What it's going to be like. So we'll pick this up next episode. Talking to Lord Redgrave. Now that we're part of this elite club. And yeah, I guess we'll find out more about fighting these other Ekons and these Skulls and trying to find out, yeah, how to stop it. So, stop the plague. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.